Good evening, dear friends. How are you at the moment? I hope we are in good health. Do you know there are currently cases that are still hotly discussed at this time. The case was motivated by the action of the governor of the Papua that we know is Lucas Enembe, in which he was suspended corruption and even worse, he also committed money and laundering. By the way, I want to ask a question to you guys. The first question is, at the present, the case of Lucas Nmb, the governor of the Papua, has become hot topic of discussion in Indonesia because the Komit Pemberantas Korupsi that we know is KPK has named Lucas Nmb as a suspect in an alleged 1 billion guarantee case on September 2, 2022. Brother Felix, what are the details of the what are the details of the Lucas case?
So I think Lucas NMB is a governor of Papua, and he's a suspect in committing a criminal act of corruption. The gratuities is allegedly related to a number of development projects from Papua and Lucas provincial budget funds, which also have financial transaction with a value of hundreds of billions. Not to mention the money that Luke deposited in the gambling casino worth $50 million. But even so, the KPK admit that it was difficult to examine Lucas Anamba. The KPK had summoned him 2 times, but the suspect did not come on the grounds that he was sick.
Okay, thank you for your opinion. And the second question is, lawyer of Lucas claimed that ingenious people in Papua have asked for the case of alleged corruption by Lucas to hand it over to the local customary law. Regarding this, what do you think, brother? What do you think, Sister Ivana?
Well, thank you for the opportunity. Before that, as we know, Lucas Enembe is the governor of Papua who was elected by the Papuan people on September 5th, 2018. Now he is found is a corruption case. In handling this case, Lucas Enembe's families and lawyers asked the KPK to investigate Lucas' corruption case in an open field by way of customary law and witnessed by the people of Papua. One of Enembe's attorney, Aloysius Steinwehren, requests that the KPK conduct an examination of Lucas Enembe in a customary manner in the field in Papua. According to him, the request was made by the indigenous people of Papua. The reason is on October 8, 2022, Lucas was appointed as the chief of a large tribe by Papuan Customary Council. This made many responses from various parties. Customary law is unwritten law that grows, develops, and disappears in tandem with the dynamic of society. Customary law is often referred to as living law in a traditional society or living law. The existence of all customary law in Indonesia is acknowledged. However, for crimes, especially corruption, both formal and material procedural law of course use positive law that applies nationally. Fine, this is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Ivana, thank you for your answer. The third question is, KPK Chairman Firly Bahuri with a team from the Indonesian Lottery Association and investigator visit Lucas NMB residence. According to Algi, what do you think about Firly Bahuri's participation in examining the governor of Papua, Lucas NMB, at his residence, even shaking hand and chatting for about 15 minutes?
Thanks for question. My opinion, Firly's action as chairman of the KPK by visiting and chatting the eyes of the public. His actions were a violation of the principle and code of ethics in the Corruption Eradication Committee, namely treating every Indonesian citizen equally before the law. With this action, in the eyes of the public, there is as if there is a familiarity. There is special treatment for a corruption suspect. Even though Fairly never did this to suspect in other case. This is an unfair act. Justice in society will be hurt. His action could be also hinder the development of this case. KPK investigator will feel reluctant to examine Lucas because Firly, as chairman of the KPK, seems friendly with corruption suspects. That's enough. Thanks.
Okay, Algi, thank you for your opinion. And the last question. In closing our conversation tonight, what are your hopes, Sister Karen Brigita, for the case of Lucas Nembe?
I hope that this case can be carried to a complete conclusion by upholding justice according to the dedication of many decisions and without regard for the background of Lucas NMB, a tribal head, and Lucas NMB, an Indonesian governor. So that Lucas NMB could not escape the law of Indonesia. It is also expected that the presence of Mr. Firly Bahuri as chairman of the KPK to the home of Lucas NMB was not meant to perform ACTS contrary to the law, but it enforced the law in Indonesia by settling the case of Lucas NMB.
Okay, Karin, thank you for your answer. Okay, friends, thank you for the answer that you have given clearly and detailed. I can conclude that in the end, and it did not comply with the summons from KPK. He reasoned that he could not fulfill the summons because he had a stroke. This made of KPK explicitly picked him up with support of the National Police Chief by providing 1,800 personnel in Papua to help KPK pick up Lucas NMB. The lengthy process of investigating NMB is the prone to be distorted by the issues of the human rights violation in easternmost religions, including the sociological issues for the Papuan people who view the legal process as something to be politicized due to approaching of the election. That's all our conclusion I got. Thank you. Thanks for guys spend time with me. Thank you.